is your inspirational wake-up call, and you are inside the house with Professor Shire. And we are coming to you from the Caribbean, to be exact, from downtown Port of Spain in Trinidad and Tobago. Do you know that this question has been asked several times before, and I quote, "Does anyone dare come between God and man?" Oh yeah, a big shout out to my global friends and family. Today we'll be looking at, should God or does God intervene in the affairs of mankind? So again, I have asked a few friends, should God or does God intervene in the affairs of mankind? And I received some interesting responses. I want to share a few of them with you. God and the Orishas always intervene in the affairs of mankind in one way or another. So in essence, God does intervene. Through our pain and suffering, He gives us the grace to endure. According to the Bible, God has intervened in the behavior of mankind many times. God caused the Israelites to return home and rebuild the temple and the city of Jerusalem. Yes, He does. It's written plain in the scriptures. Here is another good one. The Creator is not a dictator. The Supreme gives full freedom to all and sundry. And at the end of the day, we create our own heaven and hell right here on earth. Here's a nice way of responding. As a young woman now going out into the world, my parents took somewhat of a hands-off position. They wanted me to make my own decisions and to gain experience in the world. However, there were times when things got out of control, and they would lovingly provide support in whatever way they felt the situation warranted, while still allowing me to exercise my autonomy. I believe our parents are like God on earth. May God bless all those bestowed with such a responsibility. Stay with me. Today, I am extremely humbled by these responses, as they suggest that God's intervention is based on a carefully thought out structure. You know, there are some persons who have assumed the position of mediator between God and man. As I've asked the question before, does anyone dare come between God and man? Let me share a true story with you. As a young man growing up, I always had serious health issues based on the diet I chose, and maybe a lack of not consuming enough water. Unknown to my personal doctor and myself, I contracted a rare blood infection. Well, needless to say, in those days, when you started losing weight, the public will have their own opinion, and that's how it is. A friend I'll call Lennox said to me one day, when he went visiting what we will call, depending on what part of the world you are living, a fortune teller, a witch doctor, or if you are in the Caribbean, an Obeah man or woman. Well, Lennox explained to me that my name came up how I don't even know, and he was advising me I should go and see this person because I was in some danger of dying, because the mediator was seeing death staring me in my face. Being grounded in my belief system and fully aware that there will always be a medical explanation to my situation, I stood my ground and eventually found out the cause of my ailment and got it treated. But to my surprise, 3 months later, I was told that the mediator had passed away. I wondered, if I had accepted the offer, who would I have to turn to now? I want to say this to you all. It is my opinion that God can intervene in the affairs of mankind in several ways. There are prophets who still walk among us today to encourage soul on its journey home to God, but they don't act as mediators or try to tell you what to do. They advise people on the best way to God. It's like a football coach. A football coach gives his players the advantage of his own years of experience as a player, in addition to all he has learned since then. But the players take the bruises on the field. After all, it's their game. A good coach will see to it that they reach the goal line as quickly and easily as possible. Until next time, let us keep loving our hearts. Let us hold each other's hands to make it through these times. This was your inspirational wake-up call with Professor Shire. Love you all.